Welcome to Just Let Me Live, an inspiring conversational podcast where we motivate through interviews with real people who share the pain and struggles that made them and changed them, as well as how they overcame to come out stronger on the other side. Your host, author, motivational speaker, and life coach Zakia Foster wants you to know that you can move beyond your pain to live a life of purpose. If you're ready, here's Zakia.
Hello, champions. My name is Coach Zakia Foster, and I am the host of Just Let Me Live podcast. So today we have a very special show because we have some amazing teenagers with us. So first of all, let me just tell you what Just Let Me Live is about. Just Let Me Live is a conversation for champions. It is a conversation for people that have gone through some things, people that will go through some things, and to give solutions to help you get through whatever it is that you are going through. We know that trauma happens. We know that pain happens. We know that people will experience a lot of different issues. And so we just want to have some real conversations about life and how to get through any type of pain points that you may be dealing with in your life. So today, guys, we have three beautiful young ladies who will talk to us about life, how they feel. And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are sensitive, this is not the conversation for you. It is my intention to have conversations with these young ladies that will be real, that will be very impactful, that will offer results to any parents, even to teenagers that may be listening to this podcast today. So I'm going to stop talking because I am excited to talk to these young ladies. I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves one at a time. And if they'd like to tell you guys their age, that's fine. But for now, I'm just going to ask them to just introduce themselves however they want to and welcome them to Just Let Me Live podcast. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Okay. So I'm going to start with you. Please tell me your name. And if you want to share your age, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Alexa and I am the age of 17.
Okay, Alexa.
Hi guys, my name is Chrissy and I am 18.
Okay, Christy.
Hi guys, my name is Nitrika and I'm also 18.
Which one of you guys just turned 18?
Me.
How did it feel turning 18 years old?
Well, I don't know. It didn't feel different, but at the same time it did.
Right.
Yeah, it just, when you turn 18, things become real.
Did you feel like you had a bigger responsibility when you turned 18?
Yeah.
You did? You too, Nitrika?
Yes, for me, it's no more, hey dad, can you sign this for me? It's
Right.
more like, okay, I could sign this myself.
Did it feel scary at all?
Yeah.
Well, not to me, because I feel like I kind of prepared myself for it,
Okay.
but it is like, it's very, I don't know, that feeling where you know you could do anything.
Freedom?
Freedom.
It feels free?
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you feel knowing that you will be 18 in June?
I'm actually excited because it's like they're already 18,
Right.
so I could kind of see the stuff that are going through their lives, and it's just like, dang, I'm next.
Right.
I'm excited. I'm really excited, but I'm also scared
Right.
because even if it's like your age is just changing, that's when I'm turning into an adult.
Okay. So I'm going to ask specific questions, and whoever would like to answer that, you can say, I'll answer that. My first question is, what makes you feel good about yourself? If everybody wants to answer that, you can. And I want you to answer that for me. Tell me what makes you feel good about yourself.
Okay. Honestly, it's just like knowing what I want because, you know, as I'm becoming, into adulthood soon, it's just like, okay, this is not time to be lazy. This is not time to do what I used to do. It's time to like now mature. So I've been maturing a lot. I've been honestly like touching more to myself, like from the heart. Like I've been trying to understand myself. I've been trying to just, it's a deep question. It's just
Was
like,
there a time you didn't feel good about yourself?
oh yeah.
Tell me about that.
Oh, okay. It's real. Looking back at it now, it's just like I was also honestly like I wasn't being me. The fact that I was around my friends, around people, you know, it was just more like is this who I really want to be friends with, or is this who I really want to like let them view me as a certain something? Like for all my, like most of my life, honestly, like in middle school, elementary school, I was the outcast, and I feel like now it's just when I'm more focused, I know what I want. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to reflect on other people's life because I do that a lot. Compare my life to other people. Even though like I know that that's not what I want to do, it's just the pressure because it's just like they're liked, I don't feel liked. So it's like now I'm trying to understand myself. I'm trying to have that self-love that you taught me. And honestly, I've been trying to, you know.
Okay. And so what does that feel like, knowing that you are now owning who you are and not trying to fit in? Like you've accepted that you are different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what does it feel like knowing you just okay with being who you are?
It feels great. It feels really great.
All right. Anybody else want to answer that? Go ahead, Mimi.
I always tell myself I'm too unique to be compared with the basic.
Okay.
Because I know I'm very different, and how my mindset is and how I act is very different. And I see that I inspire others, which also make me feel good.
You inspire others.
Yes, inspire others, which also make me feel good. So.
And so you feel like you're different too.
Yes, very.
So, Maya, I think you should answer that too. Go ahead, because I'm going to make a point after you answer that.
Can you please repeat the question?
The question is, what makes you feel good about yourself? And was there a time that you didn't feel good about yourself? Do you feel good about yourself right now? And if you don't, be honest.
I think right now I feel pretty good about myself.
Okay.
I think back then I didn't, like I don't know how to word this, like I was kind of, I wouldn't say a follower, but I was like, I did what other people did a lot. Like,
trying to fit in.
Yeah, I tried to fit in a lot, and really I didn't need to fit in because, like, you know.
You don't.
Yeah, I don't need to fit in.
It's very natural.
Yeah, it is. So I just, that was.
So all of y'all realize that you don't need to fit in and that you're different.
Yeah.
So that's important. Like we live in this world where you automatically, adults compare themselves to people. Like social media makes you do that.
Yes,
you
definitely.
compare your life to somebody else's, and everybody is different.
Because social media, it has like a standard to like what look right and what look wrong.
Right. And so you have to identify for yourself who you are and not allow social media to dictate who you are. So my next question, and that was good. My next question would be, and anybody can answer this: how do you deal with stress? Yeah, that's a good question.
I want to go first. I want to go first. Like,
yeah, me and Diddy go.
Yeah. Go ahead, Alexa. Okay. Right. Okay.
how I deal with stress is whatever I'm feeling, just let it out. Because for a long time, I've honestly been just keeping it all in, and I knew that like it's gonna get overwhelming. So anytime I feel stressed, all I do is journal. I write my thoughts down, like you taught me, and it helps so much. I can't even stress that enough. Like it helps so much. Like I recommend it. Just writing your thoughts down, how you feel, let it come out naturally, and just get everything off your shoulder. Because the more you keep on allowing these things to eat you up inside, it just gets too overwhelming for you, and then it's gonna build these thoughts, and then just make you have these emotions, and just let it all out and write them down.
Absolutely.
See,
thank you, Alexa.
I don't think I deal with stress. If I see stress coming my way, I'll look the other way because I don't have time or energy, patience to deal with that. Because 2022 and 2021, that was stress. Yeah, and I can't do that to 2023 because I know that with graduation, I'm in my senior year. With graduation and college, you could easily stress on those things. And I feel like life is too short to stress. Too short.
But so are you not dealing with it? Are you ignoring it?
The stress part,
Yeah.
I see it as like a negative feeling,
Mm-hmm.
and I try not to put myself in a negative position.
So what do you do to try not to do that? What, we gonna pass on that one?
Yeah, let's pass on that one.
Let's pass on that one. All right. So the next question is, what is the best conversation topic that you guys talk to as a group? Like, what's one of the best things that teenagers as friend groups can have? What's one of the best conversations that a friend group can have or that you guys have together?
Boys.
True. Boys.
Boys.
Yes.
So what's up?
Relationship. Boys.
Y'all be talking about boys?
Yeah. I
We
mean,
messing with the same kind.
exactly.
Now we always end up in the same situation.
Yes.
I like my
Some-
blondes, you know.
White.
I like my white boys.
And how do you feel about that, Alexa? How do you feel knowing that in your friend group you're attracted to another race, to Caucasian, to white boys?
I don't discriminate. I like all. Okay, but honestly, it's just that attention. I don't like the attention at all. It's just like that ties to like middle school when everybody found out. It was just used against me, and I don't like when like the stuff that I do, the choices that I do in my life is used against me. So it's like I do feel a lot different. Sometimes you could say that it's not that I'm shameful, but it's just like a sensitive topic because it's just like there's never a time where I could have like a normal, like a see them like I'm a regular person who has a different preference. Not everybody's gonna like the same candy. You know, I like white chocolate, y'all like dark chocolate. It's okay. But yeah, it's just like something that I've been dealt with like almost majority of my life, almost. And yeah, I feel a lot different, and it kind of is a burden to me because it's just like it's like I said, it's never a time where it could just be a normal conversation. It's always questions like, just try it for a change. You know, never know.
So I know that you guys talk to each other about boys. And if there was something you guys would like to say to adults in reference to how you feel talking to an adult about sensitive topics, like what is it that you would say? Like how do you feel if there's something you need to talk to an adult about and you can't talk to them? How do you feel knowing that there's adults in your life that you really don't feel safe talking to?
Oh, go ahead.
I feel like it sucks. Like, especially it's like the closest adults to you, like, and you just can't talk to them about certain things that you would want to talk to them about. It just kind of sucks. Like, it just
Give me more than it sucks. How does it affect you?
like certain adults will complain that you never share anything with them or you never speak to them or open up. But when there's like a point in time where you do open up about like the littlest things, it's like they don't give the answer that you needed or wanted. Like it's like
It becomes like a
it becomes very negative. Like it just becomes very negative, and it's like you don't even want to communicate about how you're feeling, like ever really. So you just hold it all in, or you talk to somebody else outside of your family, and it's just like you should be able to talk to someone in your family about certain things, but you can't. So it sucks.
Oh, sorry. For me, it's like I know how they're gonna react. I know that how I'm gonna feel like I'm judged whenever I open up to like sensitive topic. It's like, wait, why are you doing this? Wait, you're doing this? Da da da. It was like, no, I'm just talking to you because I know you have experienced it, and I know that adults don't want their child to go through the same way as adults, as how they went. But still, because we're still growing up, I feel like we're still going to make mistakes anyway. So it's better for us to like hear it and like teach it like the right way instead of like telling no, don't do that, don't do that.
Right. Learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
And be there for you when you make a mistake.
Yeah.
Because you are going to make a mistake.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you think, Alexa?
I feel like I personally, honestly, I don't like being told what to do. And I know like I am hard-headed, but it's like I feel like if I'm confident that this is what I want to do, I feel like just let me do this. And then if anything, I learn from that mistake and know not to touch that fire again. Because it's just like I'm not even like, I don't even like to express myself. And the fact that I am expressing myself, telling you how I feel, or even more so like telling you what's going on with my life, a simple, like, okay, it's okay. Like, like sometimes this happens, but it's okay. Just know that I'm always going to be there for you would be okay, instead of like no, you can't do this. What is this person going to do for your life? Or it's just more so of the fact that I want to know, like, are you going to be there for me when that mistake happens?
How do you feel? I hear this a lot, and I don't know if you guys do, but I hear this a lot, and I want to know what you think about this statement. I hear a lot of adults saying that this generation is very sensitive.
That is true.
What do you guys think about that statement?
I feel like, I'm sorry, go ahead. I feel like the sensitivity, like the deep emotion is shared through social media, and we just like relate to it a lot. And once we keep seeing it, that's when we start feeling it. So the emotions, I feel like it's shared throughout this generation.
What do you think about that, Alexa?
I feel like this is a different generation, of course. Like, it's not going to be the same way. And of course, like, technology literally evolved. So it's like now we're like literally attached on technology that we pick up so many stuff that is now it's going to make our mind. I think it's something about the dopamine.
Yeah.
It now changes our mind on how we view stuff. So that's going to kind of like cause us to be more used to this than, you guys, not you guys.
Oh yeah, you guys. Us guys. Go ahead. Yeah. You guys. Right. I mean, I know you're not talking to me because I don't do that. Of course, y'all know me, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like the generations before that, I know that technology wasn't a big thing. Books were just communicating face to face, were making plans last minute face to face, where instead of like, and now we have, hey, what you want to do this day? Text, inbox, email, Gmail.
We have so many ways to keep in contact with each other.
So it's like we're just so used to different things. I don't necessarily think that makes us soft. I think we're just honestly adapting to what we know, because we don't know life without we don't know life without technology. We don't know life without going on social media all the time. We just know life with technology.
Right. That was good. You want to add to that?
I don't think so at all.
No, that was good because that was very important what you said, and I wanna add to that. I get really upset when I hear that, and I think it's normally said by people who don't even deal with teenagers and don't understand. Like, every generation is different.
Yeah.
Every generation, the last generation feel like the next generation doing something bad. I just think where it does you guys a disservice is that it's an attack. And they're not even trying to understand that, like you said, you all are attached to each other more than ever. When we was growing up, the only person business I knew was my next door neighbor, and possibly my across the street neighbor, and maybe my other next door. So I didn't have a chance to know everybody bad news. Like right now, we know the whole world knows about the young man that got beat up. Right, by the police officers. But every time something bad happens, we all know about it. And so the consensus is that you guys are sensitive and don't know really how to handle things, but you all have had to deal with more than what we've had to deal with at such a young age. And your brains are still developing. And that's what people don't understand. Your brains are still developing, and you guys are absorbing way more than we absorbed at that age. And so that's what makes you more sensitive. And I want to say to you guys, that's not a bad thing. It's okay. You just have to know how to channel that, how to get rid of it. And honestly, you have to, and I know you said all y'all know is social media, but one of the things that y'all know I tell y'all is y'all have to learn how to cut it off. Y'all have to learn when to shut it off, shut it down. I know you just recently took a break. You have to force yourself to give yourself that break, because social media ain't gonna do it for you. They keep adding ways to keep all of us online. Right? Yes. So you have to make a conscious decision on your own that when you're feeling some kind of way, to shut it down and to shut it off. So that was very good.
Agreed.
So my next question is, and I want all of y'all to answer that. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In Dubai.
I was gonna send you something earlier today. Somebody posted something for Dubai.
I see myself probably graduating college. Yeah. Graduating college and starting my career. Really, hopefully. That's where I see myself in 5 years.
With the mindset that I have, I see myself living independently. I see myself being a influencer, a YouTuber, and having money because I know you.
I love that.
Yeah.
So here's my question: does anybody have a crush right now? Anybody crushing on anybody right now?
I'm recently getting over my crush because I know it's bad. It's nah.
What is it like dating as teenagers in today's world?
Oh,
Stressful.
hopeless.
Why is it so stressful?
Because boys our age, they're different. Like they don't care about other people's feelings. Like they just do things.
Yeah, we're currently dating boys.
Right.
That's grown. We're not dating men.
But that's how we was dating. Wait, hold on.
No.
That's not what I meant.
We're dating boys with a childish mindset.
Yes, that's what I meant.
There's a lot of that.
Like we have standards.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're dating boys.
Yeah.
And so y'all saying the boys don't have standards?
They have
girls
the
too.
wrong. Let me not say that.
Well,
No, let me say that. They have the wrong type of standards.
Like
Some
like-
though.
Well, not all.
Do you think you guys are growing up faster? Like are forced to grow up faster?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
As a female, yes.
You know, I was watching this TikTok the other day where this little girl was crying. I think I saved it. This little girl was on the playground and she was crying because she had a baby doll and she couldn't play because she was crying because her friend told her to watch her baby doll. She had the baby doll in the stroller and she was crying because she wanted to go play. And when her mama came over, she was like, "What's wrong?" And she was like, "I want to play, but I'm watching her, whatever the child name. I'm watching her baby." It was a baby and it was a stroke. You know how you have a baby?
Right.
Yeah.
So my thing, I thought that was interesting, and everybody in the comments was like, "Oh, that's so cute, that's so cute, that's so cute." I didn't see it that way. I saw it very different because I feel like as kids, we're giving these baby dolls, we giving these little houses, look, you know, the little doll houses, everything that we're given is teaching us how to be a mama. You understand?
Yeah.
But little boys, they're giving footballs.
And cars.
Right. You understand? They're giving things that teaches them how to go out and play, how to go out and they're not giving things that helps them to be in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just thought that was very interesting how that, you know, how that went. And I think that's why sometimes there's this unequalness where girls are a little bit more mature because while we're at home cleaning up, washing dishes, watching our siblings, the boys outside playing, they on their video games playing.
Most definitely.
So how do it becomes this like uneven? I don't know what y'all think about that.
Caribbean. I feel like this happens most in not only just Caribbean, but African American families too. Like for me, for instance, I'm the one who's cleaning, cooking, while my brother barely pick up the thing. He sleeps all day, and my mom, she sees that like that's okay. But if I start doing what my brother doing,
I hear that a lot.
yeah,
I hear it is insane how many girls I talk to that talk to me about their mothers being upset that they didn't clean up, but their brothers don't get the same treatment.
yeah,
Do you guys is that a consensus
yeah.
for both of you all?
Yeah.
I'm a straight girl.
Also,
Yeah,
you
that's
guys-
straight girls, yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Unfair. I don't feel like I'm being treated equally. Like, I want to relax too. I want to sleep. You could do, the dishes for tonight.
And I want to say this is not an attack on anybody, right? I want to make sure that we're making that clear. Parenting. There is no rule book to parenting. And I also want to know if there's any parents out there that are willing to acknowledge that maybe they've done some things wrong. I think it's okay to apologize to our kids. I had to apologize to my daughter. My daughter told me she was scared of me, terrified. That's weird to me. You know why? Because how I am with y'all, I've always been that way. But I was her mother. So even the young girls that was around me then were able to talk to me. But she saw me as an authoritative figure, and she was terrified of me, which made her not talk to me. I would have never thought that. And so I had to apologize to her because I did what I thought was right. They tell you ever heard that phrase in the black family, I brought you in this world, I take you out?
Yeah.
We got to stop saying that.
Yeah.
Right? We got to stop saying that. And I think in today's society, we have learned that there are some things we did wrong. We did. And parents have to acknowledge that sometimes there are some things that we have done wrong. Like, we don't do everything right. But I think that sometimes the dynamic with teenage girls and mothers is very difficult.
Yes.
Y'all want to talk about that? Anybody want to talk about that?
Yes. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of relationship between teenage moms. I said teenage moms. Teenagers, teenagers, and their moms. Like, at TJ, I used to work at TJ Maxx, and her mom, there's a daughter and a mom that works in that same building. And it's so weird to see them because, like, they argue all the time. And it's like, I feel like it's because they're around each other 24/7 and they don't have boundaries.
That's good. So what kind of boundaries do you think mothers and daughters should have? Because that is interesting, Nadrika.
Yes.
That was a good one.
No, that was really good because I'm telling you, I hear that so much. And I'm going to tell you, as a woman that has raised a daughter, me and my daughter used to go through it too. Like right now today, I think we've been good for probably about a year. And it's never gotten so bad that we just but there have been times where she's been mad at me and I've been mad at her. And it has not been like, everybody know me and my daughter are close. They would never know sometimes we'd be mad at each other. But that is an interesting dynamic. And I honestly know that sometimes it's about boundaries, but I've never said it out loud. So it's just interesting to me that you said that. So I really want to know, like, what kind of boundaries do you think should exist for mothers and daughters? Because that is really good.
Yeah. I'm not sure what kind of boundaries, to be honest, because it's
Alexa
never...
got it. Alexa is eating up. She wanted to talk about it.
Go ahead.
Privacy,
yeah.
Most parents don't think teenagers deserve privacy. That is really
weird.
good.
Why?
Come on now.
I have a story.
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, this was actually last year before we moved. My mom took my door off.
A lot of moms do that.
Oh, well, she unscrewed it because basically what happened was...
A lot of parents do that, but go ahead.
It was just something so small. I just long story short, we got into this little mini mind fight and about the remote because the TV and the outside remote didn't work, so I had one that worked. And she woke me up from my sleep and she wanted to use it, but I heard yelling and I was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" I just woke up from my sleep, and I honestly, actually, one thing about it is like with mothers, especially with mothers towards their daughter, they want to have that power, or that's how I feel. My mother specifically. It's like I can't have a voice with her, and very relatable to what your daughter was saying, that she's low-key scared of you or was scared of you. I feel like that towards my mother. Not that she's gonna hit me or anything like that, but I just feel like I just never have a voice. I never been able to stick up for myself back then, but now I felt like I have that power. I matured more, and yeah, she took my door off because I guess to her I slammed it, but I simply pushed it with a little force. And she just, the next day, she was like, "Oh, I'm going to screw your door. She took it off when I was at school, and I was just shocked that she actually did it. And I just honestly, but though, when she did that, though, I felt defeated because it's just like, that's my mom. I have to rely on her. It's like, if I see any little thing, it could be okay, get out. You know, like, it's just that power that she has over me because, you know, I'm very dependent right now. She's the one that helps me. You know, she keeps a roof over my head, provides me food, clothes, all of that. So it's like, that's that fear in me that if I do something, especially when we don't see eye to eye in most cases, if I do something that will piss her off, that's probably going to be it for me. I'm going to have the privileges I have away, the liberty, like, all of that. Like, she has that right now, as of right now, because I'm dependent. She has that power to take it all away, and I can't do nothing about it because that's my mom and I rely on her.
Yeah, my daughter said she thought I was going to put her out. And I was like, are you kidding me? I would never put you out. But I said it. She didn't know I would never do that. Like, where am I? I would never. But I told her that. Like, you know, most parents have said before, I'm going to put you out. And so when she told me that she was really fearful of me putting her out, I was like, it hurt my heart. Just the thought that she feared me. And like you said, not having a voice. When they grow up, when you grow up, I want you to have a voice. I don't think parents realize that when we take your voice away from you as a child, that starts to translate like as an adult too. Mm-hmm. And so I have a lot of thoughts about that. Again, there were some things for me, if I had to do it all over again, I would do it very different. Anybody else Vanya, you want to add to that? Yes, you do.
Yeah, I think privacy is...
Parents don't think you guys should have privacy. Parents feel like until you start paying bills in the house, then there will be no privacy. It's their house and there's nothing private in their house. Right. And I don't think it is a control thing. I can tell you for me, it was a safety thing. You know, we want to make, especially today in the world, let me tell you, in this society with social media, when this whole social media thing first came with MySpace and all that, I know, I'm showing my age. It was scary, you know, because we did not know who was trying to talk to our kids on the opposite side of those cell phones. And so I think I understand the privacy thing, and this is the only way I can explain it. I tell adults, your child should feel safe in your presence. They should feel safe. So you guys are saying two things to me. You don't feel comfortable talking, but you want privacy, right? And that's a scary combination. Because if you want privacy and we're fearful that something's going to happen to you and you're scared to come talk to us, how do we remedy that? Like, y'all tell us talk to parents. What could they do different?
Yeah, I think privacy is...
Parents don't think you guys should have privacy. Parents feel like until you start paying bills in the house, then there will be no privacy. It's their house and there's nothing private in their house.
You've been listening to Just Let Me Live, a conversation for champions with Coach Zakia. For more inspiration, please go to @Zakia Foster on Instagram and YouTube. Until next time, keep winning.
Feel free to purchase my book, Just Let Me Live. It is also a journal. It is amazing. It's my life, my story of mental health, adultery, church hurt, bullying, just a whole bunch of different things from my childhood to my adulthood. And from my understanding from so many different people, it really did bless them. So if you have not already done so, you can get my book on Amazon as well as my website. And it's amazing. Thank you guys for your support.